Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints. This is episode 50. Happy 50 episodes. I can't believe we've been playing the game that long. And it's day 35. We're starting on this screen before we hop in today. Because, well, first off, I am just sitting here being like, is there any information on this loading screen that I need to know in order to beat the game? I'm not sure. We're starting here because I have a plan for today's episode, and we have learned recently that pausing the game does not stop the time. Today, we are going to head towards the clock tower and see if we can get there by 1:30. However, I did just sit here and realize, I'm pretty sure this gate right here, this is room 46, I'm pretty sure. There's like the little gate, there's the moon. It's really hard to see. It's really faint, but yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have a timer here that I'm gonna start once the day kind of starts, and I'm going to see. We're gonna time how long we have before 1:30 happens, so that we know for future runs about how much time we have. So I got a timer. I'm gonna hit the button probably the minute we gain control of the camera. And we'll see if we can't get to the clock tower by 1:30 today. It is currently 8 a.m. If I read that clock correctly. And go. All right, sweet. We're off. We're doing it. Do I have a package? I don't have a package. I wore my brightest colored shirt today. For good luck? I don't know. For good vibes. Definitely for good vibes. We need a shovel because we need to dig by the bridge. But that is a problem for a time when we have more time. I think we just take root cellar here. And just hope that we get a shovel and a kennel and all that shit so that we can make our run work really well. My plan is going to be to draft stuff not that is more interesting, but that is more quick. Okay, so that stays broken, so that's interesting. Okay. Okay. We do have a microchip. Looks like it might be plugged in somewhere. That's cool. Good to know. Allowance. All right. Let's go ahead and go west. Take a hallway. Grab the key. Conservatory is good, and I think I should do it. I think I should basically do it every time I get a chance. Let's just go for it. Is there any shovel or anything in here? The key. In the conservatory, you'll be able to permanently adjust the rarity. Sure. Great Hall Greenhouse. Corridor. Greenhouse is currently standard, which I think is fine. Great Hall is probably unusual. I'd like to make Great Hall more possible, but I think that means we probably need to make Corridor a little less possible. Because if we just keep making everything better in terms of less rare, then that doesn't actually do anything for us. I really don't draft Greenhouse enough, but I think making Great Hall a little less rare is probably good for me. Because if I have an excess of keys, it means that I get junctions. If I don't, it means that I still I can get access to a lever, etc., etc. Secret Garden is the thing that we really should just be making pop off like crazy, but we'll go Parlor here. And we have to solve the Parlor puzzle relatively quickly. It's been 3 minutes so far. We have a coin purse. The game is kind of running very laggy, which is kind of weird. Every statement with the word black is false. The gems are in the black box. The gems are in the blue box. So I think this is the hinge. This is, I think, the statement that things hinge on. If this box is true, every statement with the word black is false, then this would be false. The gems are not in the black box. If this were true, this would be false. This cannot be true because it has the word black. It must be false. But what does the falsified version of this statement look like? I feel like that's really what the parlor game comes down to a lot of the times, is, especially when it gets a little bit harder, is like, I think this has to be false. However, I'm not entirely sure what the falsified version of this statement looks like that is therefore true. So every statement with the word black is false. I think the false version of that would be every statement with the word black is true. But I could be wrong. It could be some statements. Or it could just mean none of the statements with the words black are necessarily... Oh boy, I don't know. I think true is the answer. I think every statement with the word black is true. And I could probably spend a lot more time thinking about that, but I'm not going to think about it because we're on a quick run. We're on a clock tower by 1:30 run. We're on a make quick decisions, fuck around and find out and live with the consequences type run. The good news is the consequences were good. Security is good because I should have a key card. I do. We'll take security. We will chuck the security level key card system to high. Offline mode to unlocked. Not that that matters at all. We are going to put a staff order in because Listen, we're going to get there by 1:30, but we're not going to fuck over tomorrow's run because of it. Do I take shovel or do I take magnifying glass? The one time I staff ordered a magnifying glass, or a shovel, I needed a magnifying glass. I guess we'll just do magnifying glass. I don't fucking know. Cool. Can I get out of here, please? Exit, exit, exit. Time is a wasting. Time is a wasting. That goes to the hallway. Just go ahead and go here. We need things that go left. Weight room goes left. Yikes! Do we take Geist bedroom and just hope we can go? Hope we can go up? Half your steps is fucking ridiculous. All right, we'll take Geist bedroom. Yikes. At least if this run sucks, it'll be a quick run that sucks, you know? Okay, we need to go to the east side of the entrance hall and hopefully craft some good shit. Drawing room's fine here. Let's do drawing room. Drawing room gives us a gem. It also gives us the ability to make sure that both of these rooms are good. So laboratory or kitchen or nook are all good here. Let's take nook because they're free. And then let's draft from here while we're here. And chapel goes the wrong direction. We're going to redraw because I want something that goes north desperately. Den and spare green room are both good. Let's take spare green room. Is there there's a shovel. Let's go. Okay. Currently we only have spots in the root cellar and the conservatory. I will not go back to the conservatory because I don't need to like loop back through it. So my goal is going to be grab the shovel in just a second, go back to conservatory, go to root cellar, come back, then we continue forward. And I'll have the shovel for the rest of the run. I also should probably dig by the bridge, but I'm a little stressed out about doing stuff like that while we are in the middle of a run that... Let's do secret passage here and shoot for green. I think it would have to be like... patio or veranda, right? Secret passage, shoot for green. I'm a little stressed by the idea of digging by that bridge while in the middle of a fast run. But you know what? We're gonna play a little fast and loose with the old fuck. Okay. Special cost is bypassed for the veranda, which is very nice because why is it bypassed? I don't know, and I'm not going to think too much about it. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. That seems good. What the fuck is this microchip for? I don't know. Okay, we'll pick this. We can dig here. We can dig spots. Why is the thing... Is it the chef? No. That makes spreads more valuable. Okay. I don't know. Let's continue for a second. Oh! Metal detector as well. Holy shit. We're gonna be... I didn't grab the shovel. Yikes. I forgot. I haven't actually gone there yet. Okay. In that case, let's just go there now. Why does it say XX, 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 not an X? Why is there not an X here? Does that seem weird to you? That seems weird to me. All right, let's go grab the shovel, go do everything, and then come back. We're going to use a lot of steps here. But that's okay. We should get a lot of resources as well. And hopefully those resources will set us up very well to continue in a good way further into the game. All right, so we should go do this right this second. 30 down to 46 footsteps, make that 52. Coins, hell yeah. It's been 10 minutes already. We should probably check the time. It's actually been 11 minutes. Let's check the time when we go outside. There's also a clock right there. That is 9:30 in 11 minutes. So that's like 7-ish minutes per... per hour? Is that what the math is? Where the fuck is this dig spot? What does my notes say? My notes say buried beside West Bridge. To me, that suggests take a shovel to the West Bridge. This is the west direction, right? Yeah, this is west. Aha! You've got to be fucking shitting me right now. You've got to be fucking shitting me right now. Is it the same microchip? No, it's a different microchip. It's a moon. It's a bigger moon. It's a full moon. This is a... What the fuck? I'm looking for a place I can put multiple microchips? What? How does that make sense? Have I seen moons in multiple places? Is there something in the secret garden? These are all rhetorical questions. I'm just thinking out loud real quick while I try and... Sorry if I'm stressing you out. I'm just trying to go fast. Daylight's a wasting, you know? Down to 46 steps. We do have some coins. We have 4 keys, which is fine. Not great, but fine. 2 gems. Not great. We should draft Din here before too long. We should draft nothing else here would have a dig spot. Cool. Let's go. Let's do spare green room, and we need to get something that forks. We need to get something that forks. Those are 3 bad ones, and we're gonna redraw. Oh no. Great Hall could be fine. Chapel ain't great, but ain't terrible. Let's use Chapel for now. I need forks. My big problem right now is pathing, not anything else. There's a gem. I love the shovel, dude. When the shovel works, it just works. I got 12 footsteps from this room, and I lost 1 coin. Plus, I gained a gem. Okay, fork me. Fork me. Kennel here is great. We'll take Kennel. No questions asked. Kennel is going to be a big help. Good dog, by the way. Yep. Yes, I'm in a rush, but I'm never in that big of a rush to not pet the dog. Can I pet that dog? Okay, we're at 12. We're at 14 minutes, which is probably about 2 hours in. So it's about 11 a.m., which is about half of our time. Am I doing too much forking? Not a question I tend to ask myself. Sorry, forking. We could do office here. Cost gems, which I don't love, but we need forks. We need forks still. So gem plus run payroll for money. I don't know if we need to do that right now. Payroll's been run. Let's spread gold. I hit the wrong button. This makes the reason we do this is it makes the dining room better, and hopefully the money will not hurt us. Okay. Metal detector did not make a noise that time, which is good. Give me something that forks. Den here is great. We need to start getting to like rank. We need to go north. The long and short of it. Garage here is not bad at all, but I would probably rather have storeroom, and pantry gives me more resources overall. Probably. Do one of these. Her ladyship's chamber. Bedroom or bedroom closet. We'll do bedroom closet. I think her ladyship's chamber might be smart there, but we want dice. Was exactly what I was going to say next, and we got dice. Dice are becoming so valuable to me. Is this like a locked box? Does that not look like a locked box? Okay. We can go back to veranda. We'll do observatory here. We can draft from veranda still. But we can also... Today is 26. Hopefully we'll get something good here. That's apples for extra footsteps. This is gems. This is keys. Fucking great. We're zooming. 17 minutes. That's like 2.5 hours. Okay. Gift shop is a great free fork here. So let's do it. We also have money, so we can always come back to this. Anything extra on the ground? No, let's go to the west. File. Commissary leads us to the thing. So does kitchen. Would I rather have kitchen or commissary? I don't think it really matters, but I guess commissary. This unlocks. We're good here. We're really good on keys. I honestly think as long as we keep drafting here, we're doing okay. So 10 for a set of gems we should buy. Running shoes we should probably buy. But this is all of my money. I'm going to buy running shoes because they're more valuable early. We'll come back if we need the gems. Running shoes are valuable the earlier you buy them because you step through more shit later over the course of the day. We can come back later. If we need stuff, we can buy it. If not, we can spend our money at Mount Holly gift shop. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. I'm making gut level decisions here. I'm not entertaining my frontal lobe. I'm just making gut level decisions. I'm listening to my stomach. Oh my god, I just had a moment of panic where I looked over and I couldn't tell if I was recording this episode. We're good. We're good. We're recording. Okay. So I think from here, 18 minutes in, that's like probably 10:30 right now. I think we basically start going north as far as we can from that doorway. See what happens. We have... Shit. I was really hoping to get corridor leading north. That's fine. We'll take walk-in closet, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. Couple gems, that's probably worth it. Lock-picking kit, coupon book. Coupon book only works. Where does that work again? Save one item on every purchase you make on the estate. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's see if we can get, like, corridor, Great Hall, something else that goes north. Come on, guys. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Do I redraw here? Luxury showroom is totally fine. That costs gems, but we have money, so we may be able to buy stuff later. Bracelet. What is this? Chronograph? Rewind time after drafting new floor plans. You're more likely to draw tomorrow rooms while drafting. Silver spoon. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many. Okay. And then master key. God, it's beautiful. Okay. Lockpick me. It worked. Boiler room here is really great. And Great Hall here is really great. We have 4 keys. If I can't afford master bedroom. Or sorry, master lock. Master key. Whatever it's called. It is currently 11 a.m. So Great Hall lets me at least access the north room. Potentially access the western or eastern rooms. Boiler room does a couple of those for free, but I may have to mess around with some other stuff. Probably boiler room here, right? Guaranteed get in. I only have 4 keys. Let's do boiler room. So this door is unlocked. That door is unlocked as well. Is like active. There's dig spots. And because of Kinnel, now, if any of the doors were locked, they are no longer locked. God, Kinnel's great. I'm going to be so many footsteps. Kinnel and shovel. Ah, it's a beautiful thing. Give me the money so that I can afford a special item at the luxury showroom. Let's go here first. And see, West Wing Hall is truly perfect. Pool is also good. It adds stuff to the draft pool, though, which I don't know that I want. I am at boiler room. Does pool have power to it? I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't think that's what we're shooting for. I think we're shooting for clock tower by 1:30. No power. Okay. We're shooting for clock tower by 1:30 more than we're shooting for anything else. That is, door should be unlocked. There's another pool, and it continues. Do I want that, though? Don't know if I want pool. It's going to add 3 rooms to the draft pool, which I have culled down a little bit. Let's take aquarium on the theory that I don't actually want to add rooms to the draft pool right now. Broken lever. A gym. Dig. We're zooming, guys. We're zooming. I'm sorry if I'm stressing you out, but I really think this getting there by 1:30 thing is really possible. The more I draft right now, the more I Do I want locksmith here? Shit. 1 gem for the possibility of buying keys forever. I could also buy a special key, which could get me what? Secret garden or rooms that lead north or prism, spectrum prism key, which I don't really... Does that matter for this situation? I need to draft clock tower, which I believe is a blue room. I don't think so. On the other hand, if I take wine cellar, I have plenty of gems. I probably am more likely to run out of keys, but between digging and key card, I think I'm okay. Let's take gems. I'm nervous. We're gonna do all this work and stress, and I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm also stressing myself out. I'm gonna do all this work, stress myself out, and then I'm not gonna get clock tower. I only have 1 dice. Is there anything else I could do? 1 die. Is there anything else I could do to help reroll more often? Study would have been great. I could spend a gem. Let's draft here. Please give me clock tower. No! I think I'd probably take music room here. The question is going to be, do I use a die? Fuck. Do I use a die on this next room? Those are car keys. Those are not great. This violin, by the way, is on the intro screen to the game. Just putting it out there. Okay. Do I use a die here? Because this is like where I find clock tower. I think I found it basically on rank 8 every time. Maybe on rank 7 once. I guess the question is if neither of these do what I want them to do. Coat check is kind of useless. I could probably store something nice, though. Kitchen is kind of useless. It's food, but I have so many footsteps right now. Courtyard is... provides access to the antechamber and has 5 dig spots, but it is also... it just gives me more of stuff I already have. Let's redraw. I don't even know if clock tower can be drafted right here. Oh! But... I tried it. Okay, do I take study for the ability to redraw? I think I probably do. We're at 26 minutes, which means at about 7 minutes per, that's like 4 hours in, meaning we're at noon, meaning we've got an hour and a half to get up to the eastern file. Study could help me there. Trophy room gives me more gems than I could ever use. Let's take study. Is there anything I even want to try in here right now? No, especially not while we're doing this quickly. Let's try the locked trunk. Dice. Fuck yeah, dude. That's huge. I'm glad I tried it. Dice is very big. Okay. All right. We're about to run all the way back down. So we need to go to Mount Holly gift shop, and if not that, then to Veranda. So let's do it. I never went out of boiler room the other direction either, which could have been maybe helpful. Yeah, I went the wrong way. I don't think it mattered. I drafted it from the direction I drafted it from. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I need to... should I buy anything right now that helps? Chronograph lets you rewind. I don't know what that means. Draw new floor plans, then rewind? Does that mean I can try and... does that mean I can step backwards? I don't know what that means. Hold up. Is the clock tower a tomorrow room? It would have to be, right? More likely to draw tomorrow rooms? Where's clock tower? Is it a... Did I find it? Did I add it? Holy shit, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's a tomorrow room. So, we're going to learn what this does. And we're going to hopefully draw a fucking clock tower. Clock tower was a studio edition. Tomorrow you start with 1 key for each tomorrow. Okay. So we need to go all the way back down to gift shop, which is right here. We don't really need more gems. Okay, right here. Tried the lockpick, it didn't work. Clock tower. What time is it? Let's go. Don't even care. Not even looking at anything else. Clock tower, we're here. Okay, there's an item. We'll find the time here in just a second. We made it, and it was not in the 8th file, that's for sure. So, not even 12 o'clock. Not even noon. Holy shit, we made it. Okay. Oh, big deep breath out. So, so in case you missed it the other day, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Because I was originally suspicious that I needed to be here by the quote-unquote sacred hour. Sacred. S-A-C-R-E-D. It's 1:30. The hour which is on this clock right here. It is on some of the clocks in... I think it's on the clock in room 46. It was on the clock in a Rumpus Room Vision. It's just I don't know why, but 1:30 has some special significance. I tried to make it here by 1:30, and I thought that I did. However, I learned by accidentally reading some comments on YouTube that I had made it here by, I believe, 1:30 in the next morning rather than 1:30 in the afternoon. So, that's why we've been rushing to get here. We did do it. We made it in 30 minutes, which was about 4 hours. So, 7.5 minutes per hour, maybe. So that's exciting. Now, I think we probably should wait until 1:30 to see what happens. While I do that, I'm going to do a couple things, which are... 1, take a deep breath from what we just did. 2, try and figure out what this means. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. My only thought there is... have you guys noticed? Take a shot every time I say my only thought. I've been saying that a lot lately. It's one of my vocal tics. My verbal tics. My first thought... while reading this is that sometimes you click on a door and it gives you 3 options, and you have to select something before you get out of that menu and to go do something else. What if instead this meant that I could click on a door to draw the floor plans, and then before I decide, I can still exit out and to go do other things? I don't know how that would be beneficial exactly, but it's sort of the first thought that comes to my head. I don't know what rewind time means. Maybe it means that time actually goes backwards. Maybe that's what it means. Maybe I can actually affect the time in the game. Maybe it is currently 12:24, and I can actually see this go backwards when I draft. I don't know. Would that matter? It would matter if there were puzzles tied to time, more so than just the clock tower. It's interesting. I can't wait to find out, because this item does seem... It's a chronograph, It literally says you're more likely to draft rooms like Clock Tower. Maybe this is an item sort of built to make getting the Clock Tower before 130 usable or interesting or important. Okay, here is my next guess. We need to think through some stuff. One, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen here. Whatever it is, it's going to lead us to a Sanctum key. If that is the case, I need to take it back down to the foundation and use it, because we know that from the Sanctum key list that there is a key inside of the Clock Tower, or at least I believe that. What else? We're still not sure what dark are the days coming forth. Maybe this means it'll be the fourth like location on the Sanctum key list thing. I don't know. Southward, I see a swan. Ashen like sands of the shore. The word ashen, doesn't that mean very pale? Okay. You see a pale swan, like the sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds. Rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow. So two birds, swan and crow. One of them pale, one white and one black. Dark are the days coming forth. So light and dark. I think I just noticed for the first time is that this gear right here, the reason the clock doesn't move is because this gear and this gear are not connected. They're not actually hitting each other. They're hitting. They're hitting. It's almost 1 o'clock. Okay. The other big thing here is we dug by the bridge to the west, and we got a second microchip. This one has a dot beside it. I didn't notice this at first when I had this one, but it has a like 3/4 full moon. This one has a full moon. To me, that suggests that there is a place where you can plug in somewhere. You can insert somewhere. Isn't there a moon in the secret garden? I'm like 99% sure there is, but I don't know if it had a place to plug in microchips. I'm going to write that down on my list. Take microchips to secret garden. I can also cross off dig beside bridge. We finally did that. Is there any place else I could... Let's think more about these microchips. Any place else I could use them? I thought computers, because I think microchips, I think computers. Is there a place in the study? Is there a place in room 46? The only thing I can think of in room 46 is the places above the hearth. But those are the images of these like the shapes of the nations, not moons, as far as I know. I mean, shit, maybe I just need to take the microchips to the Sanctum. Maybe they're just in the inner Sanctum. Actually, I can check that right now. While I wait. Okay, I can't actually check it. I was thinking, I know there's also like but I can look at this picture. There's also those same symbols above the floor, but I don't know what else is above the ground. Okay, 110. I'm nervous. Second time's a charm, right? Second time's a charm. While we're sitting here, let's also think about the rest of the run. I could really just take a deep breath now. Whew. What do we have? What's good? We have study, and we have a small amount of gems, meaning I could always redraft. We have the blessing of the chef, meaning dining room is going to be very valuable to us, meaning we should have tons of footsteps. I really hope whatever happens here at 1:30 is entirely obvious to me. The thing I am most nervous about is that I'm going to fucking miss it. Real nervous, I'm just going to miss it. Something's going to happen and I'm not going to know what it is. Okay. I'd like to redo the Mantle of the Night at some point. Right? Yeah. Probably, but I don't know that I need to do it right this second. I'd like to redraft Armory. Maybe that should be my goal for the rest of the day, is redraft Armory and spend my money in either the gift shop or the Armory. To do that, I'll need more money, but... Oh boy, I'm nervous. The more rooms we draft in general, the more money we'll make, because we do have metal detector, and we technically should run all throughout the house because we have a ton of money from office. So hopefully there's enough money in the house to help us buy stuff. Oh, I'm nervous. For those of you curious, my timer is at 40 minutes and 36 seconds. So we probably had around 41 minutes to get here by 1:30, which is more time than you'd think. Or apparently it's enough time. I did all of this drafting in 30 minutes, so. Okay. Here goes nothing. I think the music just stopped. Nope. Ah! Oh yeah, something happened. Okay. 1:30. There is a key and a passageway. Now that is interesting. I didn't see the key. That was probably there before. Southward I see a swan. Let's see what that means. See if that has anything to do with this. Holy shit, there's a passageway. Okay. There was a key down here, which I did not realize. I love how it points from there through there. That's cool. That's very cool. Points directly where you're going. Goes back up. Is it? It's like a mirror staircase in reverse. It's in the clock tower. Oh, boy. Oh, I do not. Oh, no. Oh, this is a logic puzzle, I think. What the fuck? Okay. Oh boy, this is amazing. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. If I hit the M and the H, I can adjust the time. This is a handwritten note in blue. Sorry, it's a typed note in blue. We'll just double check my notes here. Blue is true. Red is lies unless handwritten. That's a lie. The clock should not be set on the hour. That is a lie, meaning this one has to be set on the hour. Welcome to the next very confusing many minutes of me playing this game. This one is true because it is handwritten. So this one is false. Let's go in order. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 clocks. And by in order, I mean I'm going to talk them through. There are 8 clocks. The third clock tells us that it should have at least 2 numbers that match. So 122 or 221 or something. The 5th clock should be set on the hour, something ending in 000. The 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 8th clock, the clocks, this is the true line. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Okay. So, that's a huge piece of info. Then everything else should be true. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time, okay? 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. So 5 of them end on the hour, which means 4 plus the one that we've already done. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. That tells us a lot because this one cannot... It should have 2 numbers that match. And 7 can only be... Okay, so this one should probably be like either 717 or 733 or 737, something like that. 2 of the numbers have to be the same. I actually have a very small bone to pick with this game, which is that the way this puzzle has been presented to us, red notes like this are lies, and blue are true. When you phrase a lie or a truth, a falsehood or something that is true, using the word should makes a lot of sense. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour because it's very easy to make that false or make it true. Should or should not. I don't think that the phrasing of this is accurate to what we're doing here. This is a directive and not... Who is to say that a directive is true or false? Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers? That is not a statement that can be true or false. This clock should be set to a time containing all different numbers is a statement that can be true or false. I believe that's correct. That's my hot take. Maybe somebody out there in the comments can tell me that I'm wrong. I know what it is getting at, but I don't think it is exact enough language. If you're going to make the game have logic puzzles that include statements that must be true or must be false, etc., 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 then you should be exact in the language. Set this clock. That is a assumed that is an assumed speaker telling an assumed listener to do something. That is not a statement that can be true or false. This clock should be set. That is something that is true or false. Either way, we're assuming this is a lie. The lie of containing all different numbers must be, I think, that at least 2 of the numbers are the same. Not that all of them have to be the same. Probably, because there is no 777. That's my take. That's my take. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. Here's the next interesting thing. I think it's very possible that this one is actually... So here's what we should do. Let's set this one to like 117. Because we need to work towards making shit. We know that these should be lower the lower value over here. And ending in higher value. So we should just make this as low as possible. If we need to bump it up to, for instance... Oh, shit. Did I make it 1117? I meant... No. Fuck. Shit. I meant to make it 117. We could always bump it up to, like, 227, etc. But it should be... It should be 117. To start. Okay. So then... This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. So then this one should be on the hour and should... We know the time of this one. It should be 7 o'clock. Because it has to contain a 7. That means this one has to be somewhere in between. By the way, the thing I was going to say earlier, but I was too busy saying a million other things, including complaining about the language on this note. I think it is very possible that this puzzle has many different answers. I think it's very possible that this one right here... Maybe not. Maybe not because of this of the 5 of the clock should be on the hour. As it is right now, this one could be... If it's on the hour, it could be 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because that is between this and ends on the hour. It's possible that this one's going to be like 5 o'clock. So this one will have to be like... No, 4 o'clock and then like 5:57 and then 6 o'clock and then 7. That's actually my guess. That's my guess, but we're not there yet. We'll get to it eventually. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Fuck. Okay. None of them contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay. 7 o'clock. I think this one has to be 5:57, like I said. I think that means the one to the left of it probably needs to be... That means one of these two is 5 o'clock. The other one is 5 something. We're going to assume that this one is 5 o'clock. I think it has to be this one. I think it has to be this one that is 5 o'clock because... It can't start with 4, and it has to be lesser than the next one. So this one, we can call it 501 if we want. God, this is a beautiful puzzle. I fucking love this game. God damn it, it's so good. When is it going to be... When is the game going to start getting worse? Because the minute it gets worse, I can start thinking about playing other games. But I can't do that right now. I can't do that right now. This one probably has to be 6 o'clock. We're going to at least assume so. This game is so amazing. 7 o'clock. Those all go in order. And currently 3 of the times are on the hour. Okay, that means we have 3 left to go, 2 of which must be on the hour. Unless we need to shift. This could actually be 501, this could be 502, etc., etc. One of them has to be in reverse order. I just read this a minute ago. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Okay, so the problem with that is this could be... Okay, so this one could be 11:10. That's a bad example. This could be 9:58, and this could be 8:59. And let's just go with that for now, because it's something that it's a potential answer, and we will revise our potential answers as we go. 9:58 is higher than 8:59. And it accomplishes the thing that they just wanted us to accomplish, which is that it is 859. It is 2 of the same. It's the reverse of another thing. None of them should have 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this one actually should be... Fuck! It should be... I hit the wrong button. 505? Is that right? 505, 557, 6 o'clock, 7. This could be 8, 859, 958. I think that might work. Let's just call this 801. Or sorry, let's call it 8. Is that right? Is that the correct amount of... No, I don't think it is. Shit. I think we're still missing 1 on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we only have 4. We need 5. So the way that we make that work is related to this one, I'm pretty sure. Same 3 It does say 3 numbers, by the way, not 4. So that's interesting. So I think this needs to pick a different clock to relate to. It could be 7:55. It absolutely could be 7:55, but if it is 7:55... then that means we have to move this one. Fuck. Okay. So, God, I love this game. The way I'm reading this red note right here is, and this could be wrong. This could be wrong. It could be that I'm misunderstanding what the game is going for here. I'm misunderstanding the logic puzzle, whatever. The way I'm reading it is at least 2 of the numbers must match. The false statement could actually be set this clock to a time containing all of the same numbers. The problem with that is I can't make it 777. So I think I have the correct reading. I think it has to have a 7 and then 2 numbers that are the same. To me, that can't be. Let me just think through this real quick. To me, I think I have this number right. I think this has to be 557. It has to have a 7 in it somewhere. I think this one basically has to be 6 o'clock because we need 5 total clocks to end on the hour. And we can't use numbers between, we can't use times between 4:59 and whatever the upper limit is, which I'm not exactly sure what it is. So I think this one basically has to be 5 o'clock. That's one of our 5. They all have to be a different time, right? Yes, they do. Okay. So hold up. Could this one be 506? And then... No. This is 506, and then this is probably 905. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure. 509? 509? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 557. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is 10. I think this will do it. Fuck, didn't do it. So what did I do wrong? Hold up. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5, 509, 557, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 905, 10. That works technically. Seems good to me. Five of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This uses the number 1. I understand. Okay. So I think this actually needs to be 8:05 and 9 o'clock. I think I have the right thing -1 right here. So this needs to be 8:05, I think. Let's find out. What did I say? 5:08, 8:05? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I love this fucking game. What the fuck is that? It's beautiful. Why is it glowing like that? It looks ice hot. I mean, red hot. Oh my god. I love this puzzle. There was, in the end, only one correct solution because... And we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. I got to go through every one now and just take a moment to revel in this feeling because this feels amazing. This game is amazing. It doesn't feel amazing to win. It feels amazing. I hope this is relatable to you. It feels good to win, but it feels amazing to play the game to the fullest extent that it asks to be played. And that's the gift of games like this. That's the gift. The reward is they promise you that the more effort you put in and the more diligent and stubborn and thorough you are, the more the greater your delayed satisfaction will be. Because you delay your satisfaction by putting in a lot of effort, and then the promise of that is beautiful. Each of the clocks is a different time. We've checked that box. 5 of them should be on the hour. We've checked that box. This clock has to have at least 2 numbers that are the same. That's 5. But it can't be a bigger number because it has to squeak in between 5:08 and 6 o'clock. Because this one has to be 7 o'clock. Because it has to have a 7 and also probably end on the hour. Never mind. It does have to end on the hour. No probably about it. None of these should include a 1, which includes 12, 11, or 10, which I didn't think about. So this one has to be 9 o'clock. That sets our upper limit. It also sets our lower limit, like we figured out very early on. This contains the same numbers. You can only do 5:08 because if you go... This can only be 8:05 because 8:06 would mean that this one is 6:08, which does not fit. And then this one has to be on the hour and not have a 10, 11, or a 12 in it. And the only place it can do that in order, 9 o'clock. It's beautiful. God, I love puzzles. God, I love puzzles. Let's go up real quick. So our next move is to go to the Sanctum. However, we have the footsteps to also try some other stuff. The good news is I'm really close to the foundation. So I think my move right now is probably to go to the Sanctum. And to see what I can find out. Then I can come back up and play the rest of the game out, including grabbing money, trying to buy stuff from the showroom or the gift shop. Let's quickly stop here to sort of get our eye on... Cursed Coffers, a permanent addition to the shrine. That's new, right? Cost 13. None would dare to open it. What are these symbols on the side of the coffer? Blue Tents needs more. Mount Holly tea is one of the things we were thinking about purchasing. This one requires 8 trophies. Swimbird plushie is dark mode. Sorry, dare mode. That's different. Dare mode is different. Okay. Let's go to the Sanctum. Inner Sanctum. Holy cow. What a good game. What a great game. The clock tower. What a beautiful puzzle. Let me check that off for sure now. I checked it off and then I had to uncheck it off my list because I realized that I hadn't actually gotten there by 1:30 in the morning. Or in the afternoon. Woo! All right. So we're going to look for a place that I can enter a microchip. along the way, because I don't know what that means, and I don't like it. Looking for a place we could enter a microchip. Specifically 2 microchips, really. That's the other fucking problem. The other fucking problem is it's 2 microchips, not 1. That's a 4-digit, that's a date. That's what we need over there, probably, is a 4-digit date to unlock that red letter. Anything in here? I think it's probably Secret Garden. I think it's probably Secret Garden for the microchips. But I don't know. Are these extra little doors over here? They're kind of blocked. Okay, we should hit this button while we're here. Not that we're going to get into room 46 today. I will say, I said this once already in a different episode, but one of my goals is to try and get to room 46 by 1:30, because there's also, I'm pretty sure there's a clock in there that also says 1:30, potentially suggesting that it could be the time to get there. Okay, our third inner sanctum room. First off, let's open Photoshop and start crossing some stuff off. Second off, I think the mountain means that this is Iraja. Is that correct? I don't remember. I'm going to look at my... where am I looking? I think it would be in my classroom, like 4. No, Iraja is south. So this is north, which is Arch. This is Arch Aries. What do I know about Arch Aries? Well, I don't know. Let me think about that for a second, but also let me go ahead and oh boy. Well, I should have used another layer for this, shouldn't I have? Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna cheat and use the stamp tool. Okay. And then do a little green check beside clock. Reservoir, king, station, and then the last door of 8. Okay. Excellent. So what do we know about Arch Aries? First off, do I know anything about a rune sigil or a realm sigil that could be useful here? The one in the clock tower might be related to this, right? Like you would assume the clock tower rune sigil would be related. And it has flowers and not a lot of like spokes on the wheel, and then a specific thing right here. So I think we might be able to piece this together. This is Arch. This is not Iraja. This is Arch. And I do have somewhere in my big ass folder of documents. Did I find it? A world map. Arch. Storms, wild, and untamed. Here's what I don't remember. What method of transportation did they use? Do we know? Northern Mountains of Arch? Storms, Wild and Untamed. We have this rune. We have Arch here. Doesn't really... It says storms. Okay. So, what are we looking at here? We were to shift some things around. I want the, like, flowers. These will probably move as I move the second wheel, though, right? Nope, you move those. And then you move those. Okay, hold up. Okay, we're just looking for familiar stuff here. This part of the game is a little confusing to me. Okay, that looks like the flowers. We don't know about the spokes. Like how many there would be or anything. But we do know about the outside line. Let's go to Rune and Realm and Rune and take a look at our information here. Okay. So shout out to the many people who are yelling at me in the comments about how I can just use the left and right arrow to scroll through my photos, which is very helpful in the case of books because I put them in folders. So thank you. Thanks for that. Okay, so Arch. Arch has mountain. It's storm. It's a mountain sigil. It's stormy. It's windy. We don't know the transportation method. That's the thing that I think is... Horseback rough trails, I think, could be. If it's mountainous, horseback rough trails could make sense. Also could be locomotion. So it could just be either of those. And then... potentially, like, aviation if it's, like, up in the air. I don't know. Stormy here, right? Stormy is what we... Storms, Wild, and Untamed. So stormy could be lightning. Could it also be windy? It says storms, wild, and untamed. Let's also go back to our History of Orindia book and see what we can find out about Arch. The land of the northern storms, wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the Elder Brothers' lot. Okay. Mountains, vast, storms. I think storms is probably going to be more lightning than wind. And then if I had to say transportation, I would guess at this point locomotion, and if not, one of the other things. Like maybe pack mules or whatever it was saying. Bad terrain. Okay, so let's just take all this stuff off to the side and just start playing around. So... the amount of... Nope. The location... So the spokes themselves should be probably... lightning is my first guess. Let's go lightning. And then we maybe want horseback, which is 2 out to the side and 2 below. Or, this is aviation, actually. So, travel above the horizon. I think let's try horseback first, right? Shit, I hit the wrong button. This one? That's camels, pack mules. That is turtleback. That's, wait, shit, fuck, that's turtleback again, but I meant lightning. Did I hit the wrong button again? I keep clicking on this thinking it's tied to this little button. Little knob. It's not. Give me the lightning back. I need the lightning. There it is. Now I click on this knob. That is naval. Roads. Horseback. So wait. Why didn't I get train? Why have I not gotten train? Should I try horseback? Then the final thing was whatever was around the outside, which was like the moats for this area mean poetic. Wait. If the moats for this area mean poetic, then it's not the right area. Sorry, hold up. I know probably none of what I'm saying is making sense. This right here. That flower means poetic. Poetic does not mean arch. That means Iraja, right? Probably because of mystical ancestors, magic, that kind of shit. So I'm probably on the wrong. I'm barking up the wrong storm here. I think the rune sigil that was left in the clock tower is probably not for arch. This right here is probably not for arch. There's also this whole note right beside it. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by a westerly wind or something like that. East you see a crow. Something about a northern moon. Does that have anything to do with this? Okay. What moat makes the most sense for... Aha. It says violet. This says violet for this. That's violet. So now we go to the classroom color sheet. Who's purple? Iraja. So Iraja, we know what Iraja's looks like now. Iraja is going to be purple. We don't have that one done yet, but it's going to be purple. Poetic, which is flowers. I don't know what its like method of transportation is going to be. But this one's going to be blue, so okay, let's work backwards. We're on arch. We know it's going to be blue. So blue is going to look like... Blue's not even on the fucking list. Great. Is it yellow? I also have written down yellow for some reason. For arch. Why is it blue here? Oh, wait, because that's the wrong... Because they got it wrong. Yeah, yellow. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay, too much information to take in. So right now, solving this one, we would be looking for yellow around the outside, which would be... I may have passed it. I think it was the would be that, actually. That's yellow. It wouldn't be poetic in the center. It would be something else, but we don't know what exactly it would be. I think this is probably solvable from context clues without finding a rune sigil somewhere in the game that tells us what it is. However, I don't know if I want to try and solve it that way. I don't want to brute force it, but if I have a lot of good context clues that point me in the right direction, then I think I might be able to solve it. So let's look at Rune. Let's just, while we're here, we don't need to stop like, 3 minutes before we maybe find the answer. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and find back to Realm and Rune. What do we know about Arch? Well, everything I've already said, but which of those things would it appeal to here? Okay. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships? No. Desert domain that relied on camels? No. I think it's got to be horseback. Or they mentioned that trains might go between multiple, maybe trains is for all three of these areas. I'm not sure. I'm guessing horseback. I think dirigibles is possible just because if you're in the mountains, maybe you would use air travel. But I'm leaning horseback. It's currently on horseback. It's stormy. It's yellow. So we've got the outside thing, I think, correct. We've got the moats, or the rays, potentially correct. The moats are the thing that I'm not sure about right now. And the weather is probably correct because it's storming. Is it tribal? Agricultural? No. Martial? I'm not sure. They did get involved in the wars in Orinda / Fenaris. Not metropolitan. Probably not academic. Could be spiritual. Elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. If I had to pick one from this list, I would probably say spiritual. It's storms, wild and untamed. It's nature, the forces, the natural forces that guide us. So what's the button for that one again? Fuck. Shit. I swear, I can never hit the thing that I want to hit here. Give me lightning back, and then give me yellow back. And then give me spiritual. That's spiritual. That's lightning. That's yellow. So to me, that suggests that we are probably off on the positioning. But when you change the positioning, it also changes the outside. Do I want to try air travel? I kind of want to try air travel. Which is this one. So all I would need to do is spin the bottom one to get yellow back. I forgot that I need to click the button. Shit, I wonder if I had it right earlier with fucking horseback. Okay, we're going to try horseback, and if that doesn't work, we're going to stop. And I'll come back when I have a better idea. I will take notes on what I've done, though, just to be sure. That's naval. That is road, streets, carriages. That is horseback, but I need to switch back to yellow. Let's try it. Fuck. That's spiritual, stormy, yellow. Yeah, okay. So, Let me go ahead and write this down. I'm going to say that it's not yellow, horseback, spiritual, lightning. What part did I get wrong? That's a rhetorical question. That's just a note to myself. I'm guessing it's the horseback and or the spiritual. I think spiritual is very possible. It's possible that it's like martial, but I don't want to spend more time trying to figure this out when instead I could just play the game and figure it out as I go along. But I'm thinking back to my history of Arindia, where there are mentions of Arch and Nuance joined the cause. We stand united currently. I wonder if there, I wonder where else. Now I'm just going to be sitting here thinking, I wonder where else I could get this information. Probably just throughout the I'm sure we're just missing stuff about Arch in general that would tell us more information. But either way, we tried and we failed for now. We'll come back with more info. But we got the door open either way, which is fantastic for us. So, have we opened all three of these doors in exactly the order? Oh no, it tells. Oh, I understand. It. I'm sorry, forgive my brain. We know what's going to be in each door because of this shit. God damn it. We should have opened this one because we're pretty sure we know what at least part of the rune is for this one. But I hadn't pieced that together at the time. So, damn it. Okay. We have 51 steps left. My brain kind of hurts. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep going with our little puzzle here. The rest of our run. So, what should my goal be? We can climb from veranda. We have we want to learn what chronograph does. I'd like to get into the antechamber. I'd like to get into Secret Garden specifically to see if I can find out where these microchips go. Yeah, those seem like good goals. Good goals. We've got a couple dice. The other thing we were going to do, that's right. The other thing we were going to do is look at a bunch of money. So there's money in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. There's money in the banana stand. There is money throughout the house. Oh, no, I didn't even mean to click that button. I was just clicking back on the... Fuck. We spread money throughout the house with the office. And I could either buy stuff from the luxury showroom with the goal of buying it out. That's going to take like 200 gold. I don't have that much. Or buy permanent upgrades from the Mount Holly gift shop with my money. I think that last one is a little bit more likely. The money from office is only going to be in the first couple rows, I think, because I don't think I did any of that. I drafted office before I got so many of these other things. I think our goal here should be 23 Mount Holly Tea and Cursed Coffers. Then Swimbird plushie is very expensive. I think we can just buy this right now. You saved us a little bit of money. We need 2 more coins for this Cursed Coffers. So, our goal here is to go... I think there should be any money there. We're going to lose a little bit of money in the chapel here. But hopefully I think it's possible that there's money in like any of these rooms. I'm going to go this way to look for money. Yep. Because I think it should be here. This is the same kind of clock that was in the fucking clock tower, by the way. Yeah, I guess I'll go into these rooms looking for money, right? I'm not seeing any. There's some. Okay, up to 13. Sorry, up to 16. Cool. There's money right here. We're losing footsteps, but that's okay. Gaining money. I think dining room will be really valuable to us if we eventually get it. Now let's go to the eastern file. Go north. One of the thoughts I've had about this room now that these had a purpose is I think it's very possible that every single thing in this room has a purpose to it. These statues, I'm wondering if there isn't a way to unlock them and to have them give me something. These vases, these items right here, you know? I have a feeling. Okay. We're going all the way to the east, then north. Grab a coin. We have the shovel. Give me footsteps, honestly. Turnips. I'm down to 30. Coins are good too. 2 dice. Mailroom is a dead end. Oh boy, we have to actually go north here. We'll redraw. Oh no. Now, what does this thing do? Rewind last draft. Oh. I understand. I can redraw to get more options. And then it's drawing, not drafting. Or whenever you're drawing new rooms. Okay. If I draw rooms, then redraw them, you can rewind time. I think conference room here is great. Okay, it's kind of clear in hindsight, but I would once again, and I hate to be nitpicky, and I'm probably wrong, but I think this would be more clear if it said, after redrawing new floor plans, you may rewind time to select your old floor plans. That kind of thing, right? Instead it says, while drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. But you're kind of always drawing new floor plans. Drawing new floor plans does not suggest redrawing in the way that, like, I don't know. It's confusing. And it's kind of amazing because so much of this game depends upon a red wheelbarrow. So much of this game depends upon the a very specific wordage of, do I lose the footsteps when I enter the room or not? Do I gain this effect when this happens or when this happens? Okay, this room is free. Let's see what it is. Coat check. Break room's kind of nice. Solarium. I think for now... We'll just do break room. We'll just do break room. Coat check is so confusing to me. I think I basically just want to use coat check for... What is coat check's... I have a long-term plan with coat check, but for right now, I don't like it. What is coat check's rarity and cost? Cost is 0, but rarity is only standard. This is one of the rooms that I will 100% be making common the first chance I get to do it. The first chance I get to make that room common, I will be doing it, and then I will be using it a lot more often. Right now, it's not reliable enough that I get the room before I'm halfway into the run. I know I've had a few chances to draw it this time, but I will be doing that, and then I will be making it a place to store vault keys and also shovels or magnifying glasses or anything. Anything that I could reliably use the next run, I will be doing that. But for now, I can't fucking... draw it reliably enough, and I also don't have any new vault keys. So 2, sorry, I gotta look up my cheat sheet. 2 times 10 is 20, minus 12 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. Minus 3 is 5. Minus 4 is 1. Minus 1 is 0. Yeah? Times some stuff, which is still 0 plus 1. Okay. 5 squared is 25. Minus 10 is 5. I did it wrong. Okay, I did something wrong there. This one was 8. Then 1. Then 5 squared is 25, right? Yeah. Five squared. Oh, sorry. You start here, though, technically. Holy shit. So you go 10. You go 10? You go negative 10? I think you go negative 10 plus 5 is negative 5 squared is 25 minus 10 is 15. That's fucking... As much as I love the logic puzzles in this game, the math puzzles are starting to not be my favorite. It's fine. As long as I keep getting them right. Okay, we got 30 coins. We got some keys. That's all fine. We don't really even need the keys, but... Okay, we have to redraw here. Okay. Vault gives us money, but it only gives us enough money to buy... Frankly, it doesn't give us enough money to buy anything, because right now we have enough money to buy the coffers, and an extra 30 doesn't help or hurt that cost. An extra 40 doesn't help or hurt that cost. In the showroom, the items that we buy, it's basically the end of the run, so we don't really need them anyways. So it would be a game-ending extra amount of money. Darkroom does let us continue forward, but doesn't let us see what we're drafting, which could also let us kill the run. Fuck me sideways. Let me redraw. There it is. Thank God. I don't really know what I'm looking for here from this run, which is probably something I should fix. Well, the game's like, do you want a vault? Have you heard of the vault? I'd like armory, really, is what I want. I think I want armory so that I can cut the cost on something, because I have enough money. I think that's what it is. I actually don't have enough money. Fuck. I'm close, though. Okay. Let's do bedroom. Let's see if we can get armory and the money to make that happen. That's helpful. 1 dice. Bedroom is locked. Freeze your accounts. Probably passageway here, but it's so expensive for so bad. Let's redraw. God damn it. Dark room sucks. The odds that we get a dark room that doesn't have any... We're going to take a risk. We're going to take a risk. It's unlocked. The odds that we pick a dark room that doesn't have any junctions are low, right? Take the right-hand one. It's rare. What is it? Fuck me sideways. I really did debate on the freezer just a second ago. I really did debate on the freezer. I was like, 30 coins for tomorrow isn't bad, but it stops me from buying the coffers right now, which is a bummer. I would love to buy the coffers because I have the money. Unfortunately, it stopped me. So, that's going to do it for this run. Thanks so much for watching. Something's in there, right? Is this on my list? Heat up the freezer? No, it's not. Well, it's on my list now. Okay. So we can go end our run inside of the break room. We didn't get a coat check. It's okay, because I think both of the microchips are things that I could get relatively easily in the future. I know one of them will guaranteed be there tomorrow. I can't go back to Mount Holly gift shop because I don't have any money to do anything with it. We finally figured out the clock tower. Let's go. And we stop there. Okay. Let's go back to the break room. And end our day in there. Good run. Very good run. Whew. Fun run. I really just loved that clock tower puzzle so much. Really fun. It's right here. All right. Now I need to start thinking about Arch Ares. And what I know about it. And where I might get more information about it, too. We have some money and some gems for tomorrow. Not a lot, but some. We excavated 32 dig spots. Holy shit. Good room. Good room. Good run. Good run. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode or episodes. I'm not sure if this will be split into multiple or not. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Until then.